of our advisory come down, please?
Time passes, will you? Most of you know that Mr. Carlson is retiring this year, so I'd like to say some final words about our 8th grade year with him. Let's talk about some of the wonderful things we've done in advisory this year.
We went on lots of nature walks. Most Tuesdays and Fridays, if we didn't have a super fantastic sports movie to watch, we go on these fun things we like to call nature walks. Nature walks involved our advisory walking the sidewalks throughout Bell Center.
One day on a nature walk, we were all talking about how our advisory would never win the Rock of Change. As we were discussing this, Austin saw a huge rock under our bed, so he picked it up. Reese and Bryce declared our advisory as Rock of Unchanged. From this day on, Mr. Carlson has kept the Rock of Unchanged under his desk.
During the winter, when it was too cold to go outside on our nature walks, our advisory invented this game called Silent Apple. This game consisted of the same rules as Silent Ball, but it included a foam apple from Mr. Carlson's desk, a circle of students, and they weren't so silent. This game started when our advisory wanted to play Silent Ball, but Mr. Carlson couldn't find a ball.
Our advisory got a lot of exercise throughout the year with all the nature walks and Silent Apple game days. I wonder if that could count on our healthy kid act. Our advisory wasn't so good at team versus team games, so who would have thought we'd be the 8th grade tug of war champions?
We would like to take this time to give thanks to you, Mr. Carlson, for being a great coach and teacher. Did you know that you taught 35,640 classes during your 33 years at DCG? We really appreciate all the work that you've done.
Today we are gathered not only to celebrate the quickly approaching end of middle school, but also the retirement of Mr. Klocke. As a favorite teacher of many, Mr. Klocke has brought forth many great things within the district. Mr. Klocke is not only a teacher, but a friend to all of his students as well. This has been represented both within the confines of the classroom and out. Whether being greeted in the halls by his radiating trademark smile and a friendly hello, or striking up a casual conversation in the local grocery store, Mr. Klocke always puts his students' needs before those of his own. After 19 years of service for the Dallas Center Grimes School District, numerous lives have been touched by the teachings of Mr. K. Every day he goes above and beyond to meet every need of each individual student. And in the end, it may not be the notes taken that remain prominent in the average teenager's mind, but the wild explosions offered almost daily that will bring back the facts from struggling in the future. And well, the Jolly Ranchers always seem to offer a little incentive as well. That's just how Mr. Klocke's classroom is. The environment is never full of tension, always relaxed, always ready for whatever the day may hold, which typically didn't consist of the typical daily activities. Running radar on cars, building paper airplanes, throwing raw eggs across the room, or watching fire engulf the ceiling tiles, there is never a dull moment in room 318. For a subject that could be so difficult, Mr. Klocke made it so easy. Mark Twain once said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. So we'd like to take a moment to show just how much thanks and gratitude we feel towards you, Mr. Klocke. Although I'm sure many feel the same as I do, and that words alone can't express how thankful we truly are for everything you've done for us. It's absolutely priceless, and no one will ever be able to replace you in quite the same way. I think I speak for all of us when I say we feel bad for all the kids who don't get to have you as a teacher. Happy retirement. We love you, Mr. Klocke. Now on the count of 3, as loud as everybody can, we'd like you all to say we'll miss you, Mr. Klocke. 1, 2, 3.